Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. Today's audiobook is a journey to unlock your potential. We are diving deep into a truly transformative work, Atomic Habits. This is more than just a book, it is an invitation to understand yourself, and to unlock the extraordinary potential within you. Your habits are the compound interest of your life. Small choices, repeated daily, create vast differences, like a ripple becoming a wave over time. Imagine British cycling's rise from obscurity to Olympic gold, not through giant leaps, but tiny, constant improvements. Becoming 1% better each day is the secret, the silent multiplier. Your current reality is a mirror of your habits. If you seek a different future, you must master them. The key is not willpower alone, but understanding the system of human behavior. This system begins with who you believe you are, your identity. True change is identity change. Every action you take is a vote for the person you wish to become. All behavior follows a simple, four-step pattern: a cue, a craving, a response, and a reward. These are the four laws of behavior change. Make it obvious, make it attractive, make it easy, and make it satisfying. Invert them to break bad habits. This audiobook is your guide to engineer an environment for success and to sculpt your identity. Because your habits are not just what you do, they are who you become. Let us begin this transformative journey. Chapter 1: The Surprising Power of Atomic Habits. Our journey into the remarkable power of habits begins with a story. A story of transformation. A story of how minute changes can lead to monumental results. Consider the incredible transformation of British cycling. For decades, British cycling was mired in mediocrity, a sport largely ignored in Great Britain. From 1908, they had claimed a mere one gold medal at the Olympic Games, and their performance in cycling's premier event, the Tour de France, was, to put it mildly, abysmal. British riders had consistently underperformed, and no British cyclist had ever won the Tour de France. In its entire 110-year history, the performance was so poor, in fact, that a leading European bike manufacturer refused to sell them bikes, fearing it would negatively impact their brand. The European company genuinely believed that British cyclists would damage their reputation. This dismal state of affairs changed dramatically in 2003, when Dave Brailsford was appointed as the new performance director for British cycling. Brailsford arrived with a radical and somewhat audacious strategy, one that promised to revolutionize British cycling. His core philosophy was what he termed the aggregation of marginal gains. He believed that if you meticulously analyzed every single thing you could think of that related to cycling, and then improved it by just 1%, these tiny, seemingly insignificant improvements would compound over time to produce truly remarkable results. Brailsford and his team began implementing this philosophy across the entire program. Their approach was exhaustive, bordering on obsessive. They started with the obvious improvements: redesigning the bike seats to be more ergonomic, applying alcohol to the tires for better grip, and carefully testing various sports massage gels to identify which offered the fastest recovery. But they did not stop there. Their pursuit of the 1% extended to every conceivable detail. They optimized the nutrition plans. They analyzed the training regimens with meticulous precision. They redesigned the cyclists' racing suits, making them lighter and more aerodynamic. And they discovered a better way to wash the riders' laundry. They even painted the inside of the team's truck white. Why? So they could more easily spot tiny specks of dust that might otherwise compromise the bike's performance. They took mattresses and pillows with the team, so the riders could sleep in the same optimal conditions. No matter where they were competing. They even taught their cyclists how to properly wash their hands to minimize the chances of catching a cold. Initially, these small, almost imperceptible changes seemed to yield little noticeable difference. But Brailsford remained steadfast in his belief. He understood the power of compound interest, not just in finance but in performance. He knew that when tiny improvements are stacked upon each other, day after day, week after week, the resulting growth is exponential. The results, when they finally came, were nothing short of astonishing. Just 5 years after Brailsford's appointment at the 2008 Beijing Olympic Games, British cycling dominated the road and track cycling events, securing an astounding 60% of the available gold medals. They repeated this extraordinary feat at the 2012 London Olympics, where they shattered 9 Olympic records and set 7 world records. In the same year, Bradley Wiggins became the very first British cyclist to ever win the Tour de France. And then, just a year later, his teammate, Chris Froome, achieved the same monumental victory and went on to win the Tour de France 4 times in 5 years. Between 2007 and 2017, British cyclists, under Brailsford's leadership, won an astonishing 178 World Championships and 66 Olympic or Paralympic gold medals, and clinched 5 Tour de France victories. In just 10 years, they transformed themselves from an irrelevant, struggling team into the undisputed, global powerhouse of cycling. Blank. The power of atomic habits. This story perfectly encapsulates the core philosophy of this audiobook. It is a powerful demonstration of what can be achieved through the consistent accumulation of atomic habits. An atomic habit is a small, routine action that is not just a tiny improvement. It is also a part of a larger system. Much like an atom is the fundamental building block of molecules, atomic habits are the fundamental building blocks of remarkable results. They are small, yet mighty. Each one, a little brick in the towering structure of your success. The fundamental truth is this: breakthrough moments are often the result of many tiny actions that accumulate over time. We tend to overestimate the importance of singular, defining moments, and tragically underestimate the value of making small daily improvements. We convince ourselves that monumental success demands monumental action, whether it is losing weight, building a business, writing a book, or mastering an instrument. We exert immense pressure on ourselves to make earth-shattering improvements that everyone will notice. Meanwhile, a 1% improvement is barely noticeable. It is often not even memorable. But it can be far more meaningful, especially in the long run. The difference a tiny change can make over time is staggering. Imagine if you became just 1% better each day for an entire year. By the end, you would be 37 times better than when you started. Conversely, if you become 1% worse each day, you will decline almost to zero. What starts as a small win or a minor setback compounds into something far greater. This illustrates the profound truth. Habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. Just as money multiplies through compound interest, the effects of your habits multiply. As you repeat them, they might not seem to make a difference on any given day, but the impact they deliver over months and years can be absolutely enormous. It is only when you look back 2, 5, or perhaps 10 years later that the immense value of good habits and the prohibitive cost of bad ones become glaringly apparent. We often get caught up in the pursuit of dramatic, sweeping change. But the reality is that tiny changes can create the most powerful results. Because they are changes that truly stick. The focus should not be on specific accomplishments, but on the systems that produce them. Blank, underscore, blank. Your current habits determine your future results. Your current outcomes are lagging measures of your past habits. Your net worth is a lagging measure of your financial habits. Your weight is a lagging measure of your eating habits. Your knowledge is a lagging measure of your learning habits. Your clutter is a lagging measure of your cleaning habits. You get what you repeat. If you desire to predict where you will end up in life, simply follow the curve of your daily habits. The actions you are taking right now will lead you to your future self. Spend money faster than you earn it, and you will end up broke. Unless you change your habits. Spend more time playing video games than learning, and you will end up with shallow knowledge. Unless you change your habits. When you discover yourself struggling to reach a goal, it is rarely the goal itself that is the problem. It is usually the system of habits that you have established or failed to establish. Bad habits are not problematic because they create immediate effects. They are problematic because they produce subtle yet destructive ones. A single unhealthy meal will not make you obese. A single late night will not make you sleep deprived. A single missed workout will not make you weak. But when we repeat these minute errors again and again, day after day, week after week, through the compounding effect of action, our choices multiply. The impact is felt exponentially. By the time you finally notice the impact, you might have accumulated hundreds, if not thousands, of these small, negative, daily habits. The path to building true excellence is not a linear trajectory. It is a cycle of continuous improvement. The difference between where you are now and where you want to be is the result of the compound effect of your daily habits. Focus on the consistent 1% improvements and let compounding do the rest. Thank you for joining me today for the first chapter of Atomic Habits. We have explored the incredible power of small, consistent improvements and how your daily habits shape your future. Remember, true change is about transforming your identity, one small action at a time. I hope you found this chapter insightful and inspiring. We will continue our journey in the next video, delving deeper into the fascinating connection between your habits and your identity. Please like this video, share it with someone who might benefit, and subscribe to the channel so you do not miss future chapters. Your support helps bring more valuable content to you. Until next time, keep building those atomic habits, and thank you for listening.